Ready to get this one started. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. And tonight, we'll see the New Orleans Pelicans as they go up against the Houston Rockets. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, improving NBA officiating has gone high-tech. Today, the NBA uses the proprietary game review system, which is broken down from double-digit camera angles. Analysts spend a day or two dissecting each game. And, Kevin, that data is used for evaluating, training, and communication with the teams.
Isn't that something? I mean, every day there's something new. Fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you. Here's the starting group for Houston. Porter Jr. is the point with Green on the wings. The post pairing forms Smith along with Şengün. And for the Pelicans, the forwards for him are a pair of Blue Devils, Ingram and Williamson. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Daniels in its shooting guard.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
So the Rockets win the tip. Pass to Green. Now here's Şengün. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason group.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, it couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Porter with it. Smith right side. Goes up with the stripe, and he hits the jump shot.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's McCollum. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Williamson against Smith. Williamson looking it over. McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Outside, Green. Back to Porter. Passes it to Smith. No good that time, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
And you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
Shoot 2.
And that one falls for Ingram. A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
Both free throws good for Ingram.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Back to Porter. Outside, Green. Ingram with the steal. To the inside. Here's Valanciunas. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Outstanding decision-making by Ingram there. Working it to the open man. Really good possession.
And the Rockets with possession here. They trail by 6. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Out to Smith. 6 to shoot. Porter against McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And with Kevin Porter Jr. and Michael Porter Jr. and Otto Porter Jr. Guys, I'm sensing a pattern here.
It can even get a little confusing at times, but no relation that I'm aware of. They're just Porters, Juniors, and quality NBA players.
And he knocks down the first one. With just about a half season behind us, the rankings are clearer than ever, Greg. You feel confident starting to make some playoff predictions?
Oh, Kevin, it's way too early for that. Injuries, other roster shakeups. There's just still so much that could happen and totally reshape those rankings.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Going into the league, KPJ was thought of as a 2 or maybe even a 3, but he's made it clear he sees himself as a point guard, and he continues to improve in that role.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
The lead just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. The Pelicans make their last shot. Smith on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. Smith's got 5 now.
Fantastic job moving the ball there by Porter Jr., understanding exactly what was available when his teammates were open.
Ingram kicks to McCollum. On the wing, Daniels, headed by Green. Mr. Williamson. New Orleans moving the ball around. He can't get it to go. Smith with the defensive effort. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
And here's McCollum. Ingram outside. Here's Daniels. He kicks it to McCollum. Now here's Valanciunas. Sengun covering. No good from Valanciunas. Rockets trail. Here's Green. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
Green, because of his creativity and athleticism, carving up the defense with ease.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Now here's McCollum. Williamson up top. Ingram outside. 14 feet away. Here's Valanciunas up and in on the layup. He's got 8.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
Outside, Green. Down low. Here's Sengun. Off target with the jump hook. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Smith. Yep, that one goes in there. Smith's got 9.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
McCollum outside. Here's Valanciunas. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
And so it's Houston with it, trailing by 2. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness. He is indeed a showman now. Porter Jr. using that explosive athleticism on the rack attack. Yes, sir.
And now let's take one more look at that great Mobile One drive.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Daniels kicks to McCollum. And there's the pass to Ingram. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
During the last decade, the 2010s, Houston had loads of success. The 4th most wins in the league during that time. Unfortunately, they never got to the finals.
For New Orleans, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls for the Rockets during the 2010s, Clark, all winning seasons.
Yeah, and you know, the biggest reason that Houston didn't reach the finals in my mind was the West was loaded. The Spurs were always a contender. OKC had a nice run. And, of course, during that time, the Warriors became dynastic.
And, guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core. And with the 8th pick in Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
New Orleans in the lead. Here's Alvarado, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Jones, no one around him, and the rebound goes to Martin.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
A shot by Tate with no one around. A miss that time would have put him up. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's Alvarado. Ingram outside. Pass to Alvarado. Now here's Nance. The 3. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. Here's Alvarado. No points in the game yet for him. 20 feet out. Nance passes to Valanciunas. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Jabari Smith picks one up.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man, a solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. GA, the Houston Rockets coming off back-to-back losing seasons, and that has been tough for that franchise and for the city.
And Kevin, no doubt it affects the team's morale. It's hard to find the positives and see the road ahead, but listen, you got to stay strong and focus on just getting better every day.
Valanciunas hits them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Tate, the pass to Kaminsky. To the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pelicans.
In the early going, they've been heat-seeking, very crafty at drawing contact to work themselves to the line.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
The first free throw is good.
Boy, this hurts to have to bring up, but I was there for the Rockets title-winning days back in '94 when I was with the Knicks. I saw Houston in the finals firsthand.
Hayes, he's checked in for the Pelicans. That one is no good. Back-to-back titles for the Rockets in the mid-'90s. You were just talking about that. Greg, what sticks out to you about those teams?
First and foremost, the dream. Hakeem Olajuwon, he doesn't get his due at times, but the dream is one of the all-time greats. Olajuwon's defense really changed games.
To the paint, here's Martin. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Passes to Murphy. Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Nance. Inside, here's Murphy. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Washington. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Tate kicks to Washington. Here's Martin. And he drops it in from the low post.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
For New Orleans, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Here's Alvarado. Now here's Hayes. Down low, pocket 6, and it's slammed in by Jones.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Kaminsky finds Tate. Houston moving the ball around, and here's Martin. Out to the right wing. Let's go. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far. Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
1:22 left to play in the first quarter. Poke loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tate.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Pelicans leading by 3. Here's Alvarado. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now, Washington, he had 10 points in the win against Dallas. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row ending in turnover.
For New Orleans, they've gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. There's the pass to Nance. Here's Jones. Pass to Alvarado. Shoots over Washington. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well. Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Tate against Murphy. Here's Nance. From down in the low post, it goes.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
It's blocked. It's been all about Jonas Valanciunas for New Orleans. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
New Orleans leading by 5. Ingram in the front court with Williamson. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Jackson Hayes. And it's Daniels in at the 2 spot. That's the Pelicans 5. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Goes up off the inbound. It's rebounded by Houston. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
In their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Yeah, and that was the difference, really. I mean, you think about it, they didn't knock them down at the same rate, and that hurt them.
6 on the shot clock. It's Porter outside. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
The more Porter Jr. hits this, the more driving lanes will appear for him.
And Jabari Smith, of course, with deep family ties, Greg, to the NBA.
His dad being the OG Jabari. All these guys are in that 6'10", 6'11" range. So great bloodlines.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pelicans shooting at 50% in a decent group. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And he makes good on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 2. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Rockets.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
And with that lightning first step of Jalen Green, very few defenders have a chance of keeping him in front.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for New Orleans. And Green, no good on that one. And Greg, one thing about that blinding speed of Green, he's got to make his reads faster as well.
I think the game is slowing down for him, though, Kevin. And that and speeding up his shot release will make him even tougher to deal with.
Trying to find Şengün. He gets it to him, and it's in there.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
McCollum outside. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Williamson. Count it.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Rockets.
Rockets leading by 4. He's covered by Ingram. Şengün passes to Green. Over to the wing. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's McCollum in the corner. Back to Daniels. Passes it to McCollum. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. And now just a 2-point Houston lead.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Out left to the wing. On the wing, Green. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Ingram. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jalen Green is on a mission. He says, every time I step on the floor, I always have something to prove to who's ever in those stands. A lot of people will hate on me or have their opinions. I'm just going to think about that when I step on the floor. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Kevin?
That's a great chip to keep on his shoulders. David, thanks. Smith, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Williamson kicks to McCollum. Offline with his 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Porter, no luck. Pelicans trail by 4. Daniels dishes to Ingram. There's the drive, and slam dunk by Ingram.
You know, he's a good ball handler. Brandon Ingram, he can kind of pick his way through most any defense because of it.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Houston. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Şengün with the ball. Valanciunas is there. Here's Porter. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. McCollum passes to Ingram. Williamson trying to free himself up. Back to McCollum. Fires from deep. Tips it. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. Houston in the lead. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And there had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
Goes up the baseline. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. McCollum with the ball. Now Smith defending. And the call will be against Jabari Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game. To the paint. McCollum kicks to Williamson. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Williamson's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Back to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Green, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Inside, Green's energetic play makes him really hard to contest without fouling. The defense's best effort turns into a foul.
The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Free throw good, Green.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite, and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Şengün. And Martin is in for Smith. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Ingram kicks to McCollum. The pass to Valanciunas. Williamson trying to free himself up. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got 14 points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Here's McCollum. 3-pointer, Daniels. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
To the right side. Pass to Green. 3-pointer. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Passes it to McCollum. Over Porter. It doesn't go for him. And Houston the other way now.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Covered by Williamson. Outside, Green. Knocks down the 3-ball. Green's got 8 points in the quarter.
No wasted motion or hesitation there. Green ready to shoot as soon as he caught it.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Jones. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Pass to Murphy. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Man's trying to break loose. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist from Williamson.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Washington with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Back to Tate. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
You know, for a guy who went undrafted, Jayshawn Tate made a name for himself really fast. Took him 2 years to break in the league, and there's no looking back now. He's really established himself as a quality player in the NBA.
The free throw off from Tate.
And love hearing about guys like Tate. They don't give up on their dream no matter how the draft goes.
Yeah, that's always inspiring to see. And uplifting. I mean, I know Jayshawn. Tell you what, his energy, his defense, his scoring punch now, which he's refined, qualities every team would want to have.
Martin with it. He's picked up by Nance. Martin against Murphy. And it's Martin missing. New Orleans has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The pass with Christopher. Now, here's Tate. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Nance. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And somehow it's become a real struggle at the free throw line. He's lost his way there. I mean, he's not having anywhere near the same success he had there last season.
He's off on the first.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
Washington passes to Martin. Back to Washington. To the wing right side. Murphy with the steal. Unhindered. Going all the way. Nance outside. Here's Jones. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway. So a three-point play chance for him.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Rockets trail by 9. Pass to Tate. There's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by Martin.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Pass to Jones. 5 to shoot. From 20 feet out. Murphy can't hit.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
1:06 left in the first half. Alvarado passes to Murphy. From deep. And the basket by Alvarado. Alvarado's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And as we've watched him develop, Zion has steadily improved his passing ability.
Rockets trail by 8. Pass to Christopher. And here is Tate. 43 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Washington. Goes back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
He's had troubles at the line so far in this one, going 0 for 3. That free throw good from Tate. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Zion Williamson. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Smith checked in for Kaminsky. He doesn't get the second one. Pelicans leading by 7. 26 seconds left now here in the second. And Hayes kicks to Jones. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
And here is Washington. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Tate gets it to go. Here's Alvarado. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's New Orleans with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Jonas, good first half for you getting the ball inside, and you look really aggressive out there.
I'm just doing my job, what I need to do, be active in the paint, rebound, get some touches, go for work.
Always good to see a big man who plays big. Thanks, Jonas. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Jonas Valanciunas putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points and 8 rebounds. This has been a bounce-back game for him after some struggles their last time out. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Pelicans?
They put a big effort into rebounding back, working to corral every miss. That's the hustle you love to see. If they can maintain this approach, it'll give them the edge in other areas of the game.
And, Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
This kind of defense won't cut it. You have to get yourself in position to contest shots. This means making the right reads and putting forth the effort. They've done neither, and their opponent is taking advantage.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Checking out the group for Stephen Silas to start the second half. The post pairing for him, Smith along with Şengün. Porter Jr. is the point with Green on the wing. And that one is good.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And trying to extend this lead, no better way than playing north and south, getting after it.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. He's covered by Ingram. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts. Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
They get it again.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. That one misses. It's his 5th miss. He's made 4 baskets.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Here's Ingram. Here's Jones. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Outside, Porter fires the 3. Connects from 3-point range. 7 points in the game.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
McCollum against Porter. Back to McCollum. Kicks it to Ingram. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
An aggressive move that time by Ingram, putting up the shot while absorbing the foul.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And that one falls for Ingram.
You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
New Orleans making a switch here. Williamson's checked in. Both free throws good for Ingram. Rockets trail by 9. Porter kicks to Green. Houston moving it around. And the shot goes down.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Porter against McCollum. To the middle. Here's Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. And so here is Houston And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
4 on the clock. Green. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Daniels passes to Valanciunas. Williamson with it, covered by Smith. Feeds to Valanciunas, and stolen by Şengün. And he lobs it up toward the rim, hammers the alley-oop through.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They lead by 7. Up top, Porter. He's guarded by McCollum. Porter against McCollum. Smith trying to break loose. Some solid defense from Ingram. New Orleans leading by 7. And McCollum with the slam.
And slamming that one home. McCollum, 6'3", smaller for an off guard, but you see there, CJ can absolutely fly.
Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. He's covered by Ingram. The feed to Smith. McCollum against Porter. 5 on the clock. We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing 2 bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
Şengün with the bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Pelicans leading by 7. McCollum outside. It's Williamson, top of the key. That shot, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. Porter in the corner. Off target from outside. The Pelicans have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. McCollum passes to Williamson. And they're pushing it up. Left side, Porter. There's the dish to Smith. Here's Green. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Now just a 5-point New Orleans lead. Well for New Orleans, shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Porter against McCollum. Now the pass to Daniels. At the elbow, Williamson. Here's Valanciunas. Over Şengün. No good from Valanciunas. Rockets trail by 5. Out to the right wing. On the wing, Green. He's covered by Daniels. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
So for the Pelicans, Jackson Hayes comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Nance in for Zion Williamson. Tate, he's checked in for Houston. Pelicans leading by 5. Now Daniels, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to McCollum. Porter with a block.
Sending it back with postage. This is why every team is looking to add length to its lineup.
Josh Christopher, he's checked in for Houston. Washington comes in for Porter. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Rockets trail by 5. Now, here's Washington. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
The Rockets again can't hit.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And then Washington with the dunk.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And, Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
Martin's checked in for Green. Trying to get something going, and he sinks the layup. Alvarado's got 5.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Rockets trail by 5. Passes to Christopher. Washington with it. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Nance.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
Washington hits them both. And so here is New Orleans. They've led by as much as 10. Their next game playing at home as the Nets coming to town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Martin with the block. And here is Tate. He has 6. Pass to Christopher. Shoots from the high post. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
To the inside. It's stolen by Martin. To the left side wing. Here's Tate. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. So here's Murphy. He's got 7. Here's Ingram. Bucket is good. Ingram's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, you know, he's slight of build, lanky and long and athletic, but he still finishes through contact, and he's not afraid to go in there and take the hit either.
Rockets trail by 5. Knocks it loose. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Alvarado passes to Ingram. Hayes trying to break free. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line. First one falls for him. Both free throws good for Ingram.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. And that's taking care of business, fellas. He's been ice cold tonight. You know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Herbert Jones, he's checked in for Ingram. Rockets trail by 7. Now Washington. And the pass to Martin. Now here's Tate. Now here is Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
And he makes the first. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. New Orleans leading by 6. Jones dishes to Nance. Murphy passes to Alvarado. 1:58 left to play in the third.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Smith, left side. Martin trying to free himself up. Pass to Christopher. Six to shoot. Second chance effort. It's rebounded by Hayes. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced. Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. It's a 10-point game. Christopher, that's good. Christopher's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Washington.
I tell you what, Nance plays with a force every night. Explosive, tough, fearless.
43 seconds left in the third. Passes it to Christopher. Smith outside. Martin against Nance. And that one hits back iron. Pelicans leading by 9. Pass to Alvarado. Back to Jones. It's rebounded by Houston. Martin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good. So both teams changing it up here. He hits the second from the line. Here's McCollum. He's got 8.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
He kicks it to Daniels. Back to McCollum. It's stolen by Smith. The third quarter comes to a close. New Orleans on top. They lead by 8. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. Then it's Ingram. Then there's McCollum, and it's Daniels in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Inside, here's Tate, and it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. McCollum deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Şengün. On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Valanciunas. Houston moving the ball around. The pass to Şengün. Over McCollum. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Pelicans leading by 8. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. It's stolen by Tate. First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. McCollum outside. Kicks to Daniels. Williamson against Tate. Puts it up from 7. And that one's good. Williamson.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Tate. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, Porter has tremendous talent and is very creative. He's good at getting his guys the ball when they're ready to score. A good passer because he's got good vision.
Back to McCollum. Pass to Daniels. They get it back.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Passes it to Green. Now Şengün, guarded by Valanciunas, snatched away. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Ingram's running, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. And he's getting to his spots, shooting the ball with confidence. Excellent turnaround for him.
Şengün finds Green. Outside Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Williamson. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. From 13. Tries again. And he lays it up and in.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Porter against McCollum. Pass to Ingram. Back to McCollum. Here's Williamson. McCollum outside. Over Porter. McCollum no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Guarded by Valanciunas. Here's Şengün. Back to Tate. Green with the ball. Over Daniels. Green, no luck. And here is Ingram. He kicks it to Williamson. Yep, it counts. Williamson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pelicans.
Difficult to guard and pick and roll. Zion's combination of mobility and quickness along with that strength, just so lethal.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And there's the pass to Şengün. Pass to Tate. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ingram's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Houston making a switch here. Smith has checked in. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Willie Green had some words for his team during the break. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Daniels inside the line. And the Pelicans miss again. Rockets trail by 8. Outside Porter. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's Şengün. And it's good for 2.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Ingram. McCollum outside. In the corner, Daniels. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Şengün kicks to Green. Second chance shot. And the layup is good.
They'll take that. I mean, but I think he still's got to find other ways to contribute, having missed 4 or 5 shots this quarter.
Ingram outside. And so it's New Orleans with it. They've led by as much as 10. Daniels from outside. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's Green missing.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Now here's Valanciunas. Defense right on him to the middle. Here's Ingram. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Hey, I know Ingram looks a little wispy and light, but his strength is deceptive.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 10. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Green's such a hard cover because he's always in attack mode, disruptive to the defense, and makes it hard to guard him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Pelicans leading by 9. Here's McCollum. Makes it off the glass.
And even when McCollum is inside and well covered, he's a threat. This is a guy that is always in attack mode.
Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Green finds Smith. And some nice passing there by Houston. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Excellent use of size there by Valanciunas. Reaching out and just swatting that shot away.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Pelicans with the rebound. Daniels has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Williamson in the post. Covered by Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
This is what you love about Williamson. On the shorter side for a big man, but he's developing the pump fake as an equalizer.
That free throw good from Williamson.
The explosive athleticism of Williamson is so much fun to watch. For a guy his size to move like that, incredible.
And both free throws good for Williamson. Rockets trail by 13. Now Porter. It's deflected. Now here's McCollum. Ingram dishes to McCollum. Passes it to Daniels. A 3 ball. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Daniels. And the Pelicans lead by 16. Porter passes to Şengün. Porter against McCollum. Porter, no luck.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
To the paint, here's Williamson. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Green kicks to Porter. Back to Green. Shot clock at 5. Smith outside. It's Porter outside. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Pelicans leading by 18. Pass to McCollum. Now Daniels. Kicks it to Ingram. Williamson against Green. The fadeaway. Here's Valanciunas. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Timeout called the Rockets. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
Porter inside. He's guarded by McCollum, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Ingram with it. 1:50 left in the 4th quarter. McCollum finds Williamson. Rocket 6 over Smith, and the rejection by Smith. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williamson. And it's Porter with the ball for Houston. .131 left here in the 4th quarter. He kicks to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Smith outside, looking to end the run. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game. Pelicans leading by 18.
This one is all but over. I mean, what a ferocious and commanding performance for the Pelicans.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Zion Williamson.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
There's the pass to Valanciunas. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Outside, Green. And some nice passing there by Houston. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with C.J. McCollum. C.J., how did you pick this defense apart and find your teammates?
I just tried to be aggressive. I was coming up short in the first half, but I was getting where I wanted to go on the court. So based on the film, I was just trying to make the right passes, whether that be weak side or finding the big man rolling. And tonight they finished them.
Well, your work study paid off, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.